Howdy hombres, my name's L.A.zy and welcome back to Waifu Simulator, aka Hate Plus. We're here with we're back with here. We're gonna read some more files which we left off on the last one. Last one was a bit of like a sister diary, if you can call it that. Lots of political stuff going on here and there, so we're gonna keep on reading, so let's go. Queen Consort. Oh, Yuna. That way? Dear little sister, miss you. Sorry about not coming home at all last night. I spent the night with Ryu. It wasn't that way though. It's just that we stayed up so late talking. I think it's the most time we've ever spent together on reflection. Lately I have felt a mixture of anxious and tired. It's not as though I'm not optimistic. I know what the future has in store and I know everything will work out in the end. I told that professor that was giving me hell, and things are back properly on track. But the initial excitement of finding Ryu has worn off. At the same time, the end is nowhere in sight. I wish things weren't so damn complicated. I just don't get it. I can't sleep with him now, despite yearning for it. After all, men are wired to desire things differently than we are, and will probably throw me away soon after. And as much as I want to get laid, it's even more important to ensure my status in the future, which of course means marrying him. Of course, divorce still exists, so if I want to be truly safe, I have to have his kid. I think we're still a long ways off from being able to politically justify banning divorce, although it's naturally an end goal. However, I can't marry him now because it would draw too much attention, so I'm stuck as a secret, his private girl, and it makes me feel, well, it doesn't matter how I feel, really, it's worth it in the end. I feel really comfortable reading this. We talked about it at least. That's all that happened. No workmen conspiring, no grand political machinations being designed or brought into practice, just a brief glimpse of what the future could have in store if we could bring it to life. I sat on his lap and he held me and stroked my hair, and for a brief moment I felt as though I could actually let go. That none of the other bullshit on the ship, that none of my other responsibilities, that nothing at all that I need to concern myself with existed, save for him. In that moment my mind raced, thinking about how perfect it would be if that was our future, rather, if that was our ship's future, wishing to an extraordinary extent that this perfection could not only be saved forever, but shared. What are you thinking about? He asked. Ah, just you. I sat touching his chest and smiling up at him. I love you. I don't ever want to leave your side. That's awfully precious, he said. You can be really sweet at times, such a scheming mastermind. I don't want to be that, though, I said with a pout, but meaning it earnestly sincerely. I just want to be yours. Poor girl, he said, and kissed me repeatedly until it got to the point where it was getting intense and his hands were starting to roll in places. I want him badly, little sister, let me tell you. That sounds like something my mother would say. Probably don't want to read it, but whatever. But I'm only telling you this so you know how hard it was to stop him and sure it didn't go any further. I can't, not before. I trailed off, letting him fill in the blank. Marriage. It wouldn't be right. I'm just not some modern whore. He murmured in agreement, seeming pleased enough, but then to my surprise I finally got the best response I could have hoped for. I don't remember his exact words being forced to engrossed in the moment, but he promised he would marry me when it was possible. I'm going to lead this ship back into traditional ways. That's an example, won't I? He said. Of course, anyone who really studied history probably would know that even the greatest kings and emperors had as many consorts as they wished, but I didn't say anything of that, nor did it even come to mind at that time, nor do I still think it's important now particularly. Being an emperor's consort really isn't as romantic as she thinks. You mean, I'll get to be your queen? I asked with excitement in my voice, and it honestly wasn't acting, picking my words carefully, or any other form of insincerity. Well, it can't be now. It would seem suspicious and I would have enough power for it to not matter. You have to understand, he said, and of course I did, seeing as I was the one who suggested that to him in the first place. But you will, I promise. A promise isn't enough to ensure my safety. I cannot give in to what I always wanted from him those years ago. I can't run the risk of him throwing me away if he no longer thinks of me as pure and virgin. And if our plans for the future do work out, I need to be his queen to ensure my status. When I put that all into words, it's such a cold way of thinking of things, though. In that moment, all I was thinking about was him. I don't want the weight of running a university on my shoulders. I don't want to have to work to save the ship from immorality and sustainability of modern society. I don't want to have to dedicate myself to a vicious world of politics and professionalism. All I want to do is spend my nights dedicating myself to just that one man. I don't want to have to worry about anything save her being a good woman. I don't want to have to worry about scrutiny from suspicious meddlers or anyone else's opinion for me to save for his. I want to have to assure both of you, as well as myself, that the future is worth being optimistic about. I just want to be there. I had a glimpse of that future last night. He promised me he would make me more than just his lover, better than the co-conspirator. He actually committed to making me his queen, his sister. I want that future to be now, then everything will be perfect forever. I'll be the consort of the man who ensured that the world's decline will be rectified, and my reward will be a life full of nights as perfect as the last, instead of them being so frustratingly rare. She's wrong. It didn't solve anything. It just made things worse. Oh, indeed it did. Without him. Yesterday I lost my husband. Today I have to deal with the aftermath. Professor Kim was Hyo Sung-young's husband. They had a daughter, So-hee, together. He seemed to have a close relationship with the housemaids. Yesterday I lost my husband. Today I have to deal with the aftermath. I'm writing this as a way of resting the view of sleeping. I don't have time for that luxury. There are a few leads we're following up on, and don't seem promising. In the morning after I discovered he was gone, I had no choice but to contact his parents and let them know. His father was understanding and sympathetic. His mother didn't say a word, as per usual. I promised them I would get to the bottom of it and got back to work. Mere hours later, Counselor Mew and I were interrupted by his uncle, the former Counselor of Engineering, bursting into my office. Former Counselor Kim was the grandfather of Kim So-yi. I don't think he got along well with Mew. He was the Counselor of Engineering. How could you let this happen? He demanded, immediately starting confrontation. Watch your tone! Mew snapped before I could. Jeez, excuse me? I asked. What happened? He just disappeared, he said audaciously. I knew letting him marry someone like you was a mistake. What did you do to scare him off? I think he really deserves all the harshness from you. Jeez. Scare him off? I stammered, taken aback by the insanity of this question. I said, watch your tone, young man. Mew snapped at my elderly uncle-in-law. I lost my husband. Don't you dare come in here and give me that, I told him. Well, you better be dedicating all your resources to finding him, he said to me. At that point, I absolutely lost in the combination of audacity and stupidity. Find him! Find him! I shouted, standing up. Do you think he just up and wander off? Do you think he's just off hiding on some other deck? Took a walk off into space. It's a spaceship. It's a 100-deck sealed environment. I know exactly where every single living man, woman, and child on this ship is at that exact moment. Aren't you supposed to be an engineer? Don't you know how biometric scanners work? There are cameras on every single corridor on the ship, and I have the security clearance to do everything short of watching you slip in the shower. Maybe a half-senile, washed-up failure with former counselors would lose the person they married, but I'm the chief security officer. I have to take a breath at that point. Then I wiped the tears from my eyes, slammed my hand against my desk, and continued. If someone is missing to me, that means they're dead. The man I love and vowed to protect with my life has been killed, almost certainly deliberately. Oh, I said. There was a silence. And you have the nerve to walk into my office and give me this shit while I'm mourning a far, far better man than you were. It took him aback, but it didn't make me feel better. Even thinking about it now makes me equal parts angry and sad. After a long pause, he finally found something just as inappropriate to say before. Maybe you should have protected him. Mr. Kim, he snapped. You are completely out of line. You too, he said. Do you really think anyone will try to hurt him for any reason other than to get his oh-so-important wife? Hyo Sung-young was chief officer, he was closest lieutenant. She was married to Professor Kim and had a daughter named So-hee. You made him a target that couldn't even protect him. Get out of my office, I told him with as much venom as I could muster. You might as well have killed him yourself. He never meant that much to you anyway. Was it worth it? He asked. That's an awful thing to say. That was the point where I snapped. I called out the security officer stationed at the door. Give me your sidearm and wait outside, I told him. He did, bowed and left the office looking alarmed. Get out of my office now! I shouted, pointing a gun at him. What are you? He stammered in shock before I cut him off. Get out right now or I swear I will strike you down where you stand, I screamed tearfully. Now! Crazy woman, he said, stumbling out, and quickly disappearing. And the officer reappeared with a maid beside him. Ma'am, she has a message from the chief counselor. I didn't say anything. She said, looking at the gun with concern. Chief Counselor Rai wants to express his sincerest condolences to the widow of Key. Get the fuck out! I screamed at her too. She ran away in alarm. The security officer shrunk away. Scary, but the door closed after them. I threw the gun angrily in response and I slumped down to my chair exhausted. I suddenly turned to my superior. A moment of silence passed. I think I would have done it, I said, more thinking out loud than anything. You would have actually let me shoot him, right? Wow. She smiled at me. Please, CEO. She had down every weapon in the office the moment when he walked in. She said, giving me a sympathetic look. I couldn't help but laugh. Thanks, that would have been pretty bad, wouldn't it? I took my handkerchief and wiped more tears from my eyes without thinking. A blackened smear followed it. Oh no, don't lie to me. How bad is my makeup right now? That's really strong of her, though. I would have been able to do that. No, she said. It's kind of like... I guess let me put it this way. Have you ever seen the plasma relay explode? Oh, hell. I said, sinking further into my chair. I'm not taking this well. Wow, I'm really not taking this well. Well, you know, every single couple I've known, I've watched one that lose the person who's most important to them in the end, she said. He's not the most important, I admitted quietly. Wait, her husband was the most important? And who? Oh, she responded after a moment, seemingly getting what I meant. She didn't acknowledge the past tense. Okay. You know what sort of relationship we have? Had, I suppose. We never wanted to be singularly devoted to each other, but regardless, still, he was my husband. I said, my eyes watering a little, hoping it wasn't sounding terrible. I love him, admire him, respect him. We were even talking about having another child together. I don't really get what she's saying about the relationship, but... I gotcha, she said. From nowhere in particular, a cigarette appeared in her hand, and she gracefully lit one gesture. Really, what was I trying to say was, there's no such thing as taking it well. Since when do you lie to comfort people? I asked her. Man, I'm not lying. It's the honest truth, she said. You're mute, though. You're perfect. You wouldn't fall apart like this, I said. Perfect? Her? As if. Oh, yeah, right. Monsieur, I love more people than you ever known in your entire life, she told me. Like when I lost my first love, he was my program on Earth, a ridiculous otaku, a sweetheart and a smoker. He's the one who got me into this habit, she said, waving her cigarette. It took me 100 years to get over him. I mourned him for longer than he was ever even alive, okay? You know how I finally did it? I had to delete my memories of our happiest moments together so I'd stop dwelling on them. Oh jeez, that's tragic though. It was evidence, yo, okay? I lost so many people in the end, all of them turned to ash, she said sadly, tapping on the end of her cigarette, causing little gray flecks to flutter downwards and disappear. What I'm saying is, no, I don't take it well either, okay? I just stopped letting myself fall in love, is all. Huh, how sad, I said, trailing on. Don't pity me. My point is not being able to deal with this is normal, I suppose. Thanks. So what about home? What about at home? It's been difficult. The maids are all absolutely inconsolable. They're honestly taking it worse than I am. They love them, I said reluctantly. It's more than one sense. Wait, what is she saying? At that time, I did things like that with? Don't go there. There are much heartbroken young women, and I feel bad for them. Especially Miss Lim. Miss Lim, she's one of your son's maids. Although I do wish they'd tone it down a little, so he heard them crying about it. Came to me asking where her daddy was. Oh jeez, what a bunch of stupid girls. You think they'd be more careful around your daughter? She said harshly. What did you tell her? I sighed. The truth, I said. I told her that her father had been killed, that mommy was very upset and it's fine for her to be too, that I was going to find out who did that and punish them. Oh jeez, though. I mean, what else I could possibly say to her? I don't know. Should I have lied to her? Jeez, no. Kids are smart. I mean, your maids are a bunch of idiots, but still, she's a smart kid. She knows something was up. She said, it's just, there's a whole house full of people close to him that's crying over him. His own family that hates me, and my siblings that are probably too scared to go near me right now. But I'm sure they're upset too, and it's, I don't even know. I said, starting to lose control of my emotions again. It's just so much. I wish it's okay. You want him back? I get it, that's normal, she told me. I don't want him back, that's stupid, he's dead. Nothing's going to change that, I said, trembling. I want to find out whoever did this and I want to fucking kill them. You really think that'll make you feel better? She asked patronizingly. No, I said. Of course not. It's what he deserves. She gave me a long look and flicked away her cigarette far off screen. Okay, Lieutenant, good enough for me. But please, I would want you to go home, wash up your face, and try to get a couple of hours of rest, she said, adding before I had a chance to argue. That's an order. I want my best officer to be up to speed and not trembling in her chair. Got it? Yeah, got it, I said softly. I couldn't argue. I really was trembling in my chair. And after that, I want you to get back here, get to work on finding out what barbaric idiot decides to commit the treason of declaring war on my family. I want them found, I want them caught, and I want them and every single thing they stand for destroyed. I want them hurt so badly, for generations to come, people will wince in fear at the thought of hurting anyone under my protection. She said, clenching her wrinkled fist tightly. Does that mean your approval, Miss Hale? I was moved to tears. I have to wipe my eyes again and take a deep breath. Yes, ma'am, I said, trembling but intensely grateful. Okay, good. Now go get some rest, she ordered. You're dismissed. So here I am, getting the closest thing to rest that I can, and now it's time to get to work. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll extract the files. Suicide note. Without them? Okay, nothing else then. One unread inbox. AI psychology. I know you didn't ask her anything, but I talked to an AI psychologist to get some context of the whole robot girl shit show we got going on. It's fine that you're the whole stoic loner type and all, but it might be good for her to get some help. Anyway, I've attached what they said. I figured you'd appreciate it. You need to thank me. Dispatch control out. While meaningfully different on a lot of levels, AI construct psychology is generally modeled after human psychology, and I personally found this is where problems manifest the most. Often the biggest issue in AI-human relationships has very little to do with any universal particulars of AI psychology, and more to do with very different perspectives of mortality. Simply put, even now, human society is not really meant to accommodate mortality. For an ordinary human to live for hundreds of years, they likely have a similar experience. When you do a single thing for centuries, you eventually hit the limitations of differentiable skill. For example, a 500-year-old artist is more experienced than a 300-year-old artist, but the difference is so subtle. It's stranded by all of the factors to most people. At a certain point, too much experience actually becomes a detriment, becoming too overwhelming to parse and prioritize in most cases. Even given consistent processing power increases as per Robinson's law, there is simply an upper bound in scalability when it comes to processing memories, and after centuries, this begins to take a toll. What this translates to, generally, is a feeling of overwhelming potency. Although to much younger beings, AIs included, these sentiments can feel more akin to an old man shouting, "Get off my lawn!" And it comes from a greater sense of ennui than that, a feeling of one's own mastery and knowledge of a subject being trivial compared to societal trends that become increasingly alien. It often contributes a feeling of helplessness. What was pioneered in the 27th century AI psychology, then called robot psychology, was the idea of respecialization. For beings that exist in social spheres with humans, the best way to stave off those feelings is to consider the much larger scale and instead focus on energies in the whole new field. Where learning new skills has a much larger personal impact than referring to something one has already mastered. For example, I personally used to work as a photographer until moving on to human psychology, then later AI psychology. I still take some pictures now, of course, and keep up with the work of people like Mark Lee, but I find it's much easier to be positive thinking and optimistic if I'm considered advancement through that medium to be important in my life anymore. I'm sure someday I'll feel the same way about psychology, finding new limitations and attitudes to be frustrated by. It will be comforting to know that I could help people while I was emotionally able to, no matter how simple and slow inevitably get. Generally, I find a good time to consider respecializations around the 400-year marker, although obviously it depends on each individual. I don't know anything about your particular circumstances. Sound like culture shock is also a very significant factor that can change things a lot too. I'll be very happy to speak with the construct in question at my private office on Earth, though. Consider it a personal favor for all you have done for me in the past. Dr. Autumn, Susan Calvin Institute, North America, Earth. Oh boy, that was a lot of information to take in. Read extracted the Google files. I don't think we have any more extracted files though. Let's see. So cool. Okay, all the files are here. 15 unextracted. Okay, let's quickly see. In that case, we're gonna extract all the remaining files. Oh, I probably end the video there. Oh man, my throat is so dry from eating all of this. Ship's currently running emergency power mode. Non-essential power use quota in effect. My apologies for the trouble. here.A. Okay, disable active AI. Extract new messages. Okay, let's see what we got then. Bitmap data. Bitmap data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many more do we got? Quite a few. So we're going to be here in a while. Unity Act, President's Arrest, Election Night 2, Daily Report December 11, Worthless as a Wife. I have to read that one. Welcome back. Let's read this. Dear brother, how are you? Keeping busy, I hope? You said I could always write to you for advice no matter how weird it was, so, well, I'm calling you on that. It's about my wife. Kimi So-yi was a really cool woman in the engineering department. She was married to Pyeon Ni-moon, and her grandfather was the old counselor of engineering. She got fired for unfair reasons. I don't know what the hell is up with her, and while you've met her, you know how quiet she is. It's impossible to get her to actually tell me what's wrong. I'm really worried about her, and I don't know what to do. Here's some backstory. You know her. She's always been weird and introverted. It's charming most of the time. Ever since she lost her job, though, it's been dialed up to 11. I encouraged her to take up the science project of hers right after because I figured she needed something to ease the transition, but it's been over a year now. I thought she would have found another job outside of engineering, or better yet, decide she's ready to have kids. Not just because of her motherhood credit, but give me the extra hours I'm putting to compensate. I sure could use it. I mean, it's not like I didn't know what I was getting into marrying a girl 15 years younger than me. The obsession can't be healthy. That's so harsh. What happened a couple of days ago really freaked me out and still does. I get home at 9 as usual, expecting to see her working on whatever it is that she's working on, or watching a drama or something. Instead, she's in the kitchen on her hands and knees, scrubbing the floor violently. And I mean, our kitchen really is a mess. Everything in the apartment is a mess. I cleaned myself and was also dead exhausted after 12-hour work days. Really, she had to put in a serious effort since cleaning up, which seemed good, except actually looking at her, she didn't look okay at all. Oh jeez. And she looks up at me and suddenly starts to cry. Be honest with me, I'm worthless, aren't I? She asked me totally out of nowhere. What the hell do you say to that? Of course not, I told her as immediately as I could. She heard me, didn't show any sign of it. Well, worthless as a wife was her words, not his, I see. I know I'm worthless as an engineer, or I would not have been fired. I'm worthless as a scientist, or my work would receive attention from people, she whimpered. I'm worthless as a wife too, aren't I? I guess it's hard even for her to be strong for so long. You're not, sweetie, I told her. I got to get up and sit on the couch with me because discussing things with her on the floor would just be impossible. I tried doing the usual thing where I hug her and rub her shoulders, but it didn't seem to help this time. Neither did arguing with her. Our apartment is a disaster. If I were better, I'd be clean 1 minute. Sure, you are surely disappointed about that, she said. You've been busy, I told her. I don't really understand why she hasn't been able to find the time, but I could hardly say yes, could I? We never eat together either. We rarely talk. This is the most we've said to each other all month. It's my fault, she said. Do you have any idea what to say to that? I have no idea how you're supposed to reassure women when they're telling the truth like that. I mean, I knew I couldn't agree, but all I could think of was to say, no it's not, which is pretty lame. How long prior was the last time we had sex? I'm worthless that way too, she said. Well, something's been on our mind the last few times we tried. It's okay, there's no pressure. Besides, it's not like we're newlyweds. So even she worried about those things. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's no excuse, she said. Have you just given up on me? You have given up on me, haven't you? I tried to say something, but she cut me off. I really am worthless, she cried. Now I'm merely wasting your time with whining, aren't I? You're not worthless. You can always talk to me. That's what I'm here for, I responded. It sounded pathetic the moment I said it. What if I started cooking dinner for you? If I'm spending all my time at home, I really should be carrying my own weight, she said. I don't know how to cook, sweetie, and that's fine. I truly am worthless, she said loudly. I started to cry again. I was at a loss, and frankly, I'm still not sure if what I said was the right thing. It sounded idiotic at the time and it sounds the way now, even though it got her to stop crying. You know what I should have said though? I'm all ears. Well, he's trying at least. You help out more with the cleaning if you want though. It would be nice. It looked like you've already done a lot of hard work and I really appreciate that, dear. And if you want to, you know, I'm not going to complain. I stumbled over my words like an idiot. Me, whose idea of comforting his wife is telling her to clean up and have sex with him. What the hell? Even if it did get her to stop crying, I don't know I'm bad with women, clearly. I can do that. I like to. It will make me feel less worthless, she said. Besides, I'm your wife. And she wiped her tears from her eyes and gave me a really intense look. Do you want to? She asked. I'm not a young man anymore. It's not like that's really something I had in mind, especially seeing her like that. How could I say no? She kissed me and I got into it soon enough. Don't get me wrong, it's not if I dislike to see my cute 20-something wife and her soft lip. It's just the circumstances, you know? Sex is supposed to be all about connecting people. It's just made me think that I don't really get her. I have no idea what to trigger this. It's really hard not to think about what's going on in her head while she was doing that. And I'll find out. Connecting people? Is it really? Never thought of it like that. Maybe it's not so bad though. It felt like she had passion again at least. I guess it's because she felt like she had to overcompensate, but she took the lead, guiding my hand up her skirt. At the risk of it being too graphic, she held on my hand while I played with her, kissed me gently. It seemed very sweet of her. Wait, she's reenacting? Jeez, so neat. After that, she went down on me. I didn't really think anything about it while she was doing it for obvious reasons, but after she was done, she sat on my lap and held my wrist tightly. And it occurred to me that this was the first time she'd given head in years. I really hope it wasn't for my sake. I don't know. Her eyes were still watering at that point, but she also refused to let go. I don't know what the hell to make of that. It's been a couple of days and now the apartment is pretty much all clean. Oh wait, but she never mentioned that. And she took it really seriously, I guess. I'm still really worried about her. Even after that, we haven't communicated any better. If she feels worthless, is a clean apartment really going to make her feel like she has value again? I mean, I know she does, I just don't have to convince her of it. On the other hand, I just realized the one thing right now that I didn't say to her, and I should go do that. So never mind, I guess I don't need to send this letter after all, which is good because it'd make the next family gathering weird if talking to my wife just made you think of your old brother's manhood. That would be gross. I mean, I sure don't want to think about it years either. Of course, you idiot husband. Anyway, now I'm going to go tell her what she really needs to hear. That she should keep on doing her science thing, wherever the hell it is. That's probably the thing that'll make her feel like she's not worthless. If she believes it's important, that's what she should dedicate herself to doing. That's less awkward when you have the household clean and sex at least. I'll tell her that I'll keep supporting her in her struggle with that. I think that's what she was looking for this whole time. I'm glad I realized that. Love, even though I'm not saying this name. Well, if you figure it out in the end, that's good. He really is a good man after all. Hyone Moon was Kim-Yo-Sin's older husband. He seemed to care about her a lot. Okay, returning to the menu. Oh, that's gonna be it for now. Okay, save. Yep. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna end this video here. Well, a few interesting tidbits here and there. That article about AI psychology was pretty interesting, even though half of it I didn't get pretty much, but still was interesting nonetheless. Man, I still have no idea how long this game's gonna take. I mean, I'm already like 12 parts in, I think. But hopefully it'll finish soon. So without further ado, that's it for this video. Thank you all who watched. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!